Sitting too damn pretty. If you gang with me, I'm a gang with you. In the building with my aunties slash sisters. Come on, come on. Your play partner, Lush Uno. Got Gina Views with me today. I must be doing something right. Like,
Oh, we live?
we live. Like before
Right.
did, did I get a promotion or something? I'm rocking with Gina. It's crazy. And of course, our esteemed, illustrious guests, Blimes and GAB.
Hello.
What's up? What's up?
It's your favorite rapper's favorite rappers.
I know that's
Sheesh.
right. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you. Nice to meet you on Blimes.
Nice to meet you guys, too.
Got Blimes Brixton and Gifted GAB.
Gab.
And I've known this young lady for many, many, many moons now.
Oh, yes.
When I first became aware of Blimes, when she went by Oh Blimey, and like
There's some shit out there.
a lot. Nah, but I mean, nothing I wouldn't be proud of
Thank
personally.
you.
Like you were the first time I saw you. I was, I was running a battle league called Grind Time, and there was battles, like a small little battle league in Santa Cruz was doing the homie Illusion Z
Oh, yeah.
was putting together, and I just was clicking on the links. I was like, oh, this is trash, and I came across you, and I was like, damn, like this young character has got something going on, like.
Thank you.
And then was fortunate enough to get you on some of your early stages as an artist, and
Thanks.
you was amazing out the gate. Something about Blimes that I can't state enough is that you really have a crazy effect on women when you're performing.
I was not expecting that. That was
Me
not
either.
the first thing I expected out of your mouth, but I appreciate it.
Nah, like if I always say, like, when whatever woman I'm with is smart enough to break up with me, if I'm single, I want that to be my wingman right there. And she be like, they love her. And it was crazy because thing that I noticed first was you were performing, you were doing an a cappella, and like you had a very punchline heavy style out the
Yeah.
gate. Both of y'all have a lot of punchlines,
Yeah.
like technically sound MCs, you know what I mean? But you were you had all these bars, and it was like saying really like aggressive sexual things about women. And it was like, if that was me, I'd get the shit slapped out of me.
Right.
If not, there would be like crickets in the room.
Right.
But she'd be like, I get more pearl than your grandma's necklace. I
You remember that bar.
Yeah,
Holy
yeah.
shit. I didn't even remember that bar. That's crazy.
And then like a bunch of chicks like, whoa. I was like, okay,
Oh,
like I want
shit.
2 hits or whatever she's smoking. Like,
Thank you, bro. I grew up on like Wheezy and Mac Dre. It was like punchlines, witty, funny, silly, out of pocket shit. Just saying the most outrageous stuff. Like entertained the shit out of me. So hearing those things, of course, that's what I'm gonna emulate when I'm writing bars. It's like what I grew up listening to and what I loved and looked up to.
How did you two become a group? Can we go like all the way back to
yeah,
the beginning?
that's
Absolutely. I saw Gab spitting on a video with Gavlin. Shout out to Gavlin. I know
Shouts
she's
to
been
Gavlin.
shouted out this week, last week. Shouts out Gab. Y'all got to get Gab on.
oh yeah, no, that's Amando.
Yeah, I saw Gab.
Whenever you're ready, baby girl, come on.
Yeah, what up, Gab? Gab and Gavlin linked up, and the video fell across my like 2016 Facebook timeline, and I was like, oh shit, her style is tight, her voice is tight, her bars are hitting. Like, I think I was really. It was an era where like what you heard on the radio from women was really high pitched and like really, really extra feminine and extra sexual. And what I loved about when I heard Gab rap was that she was gritty. And that lower toned voice was so fucking sexy. And, pause, that's my fucking sister. But like, I was just very.
No pause.
Not to bother.
I was just very attracted, to her as an artist. I was like, she's amazing. So eventually when I ended up
So
visiting
basically,
Seattle,
you swiped right on Tinder.
Right. I clicked
Hell
like
nah.
on Facebook, and I most likely probably hit her with a friend request. But and that's something that we've never established is who friend requested who.
How
Right,
many years
because
ago, though?
I was 2016, I believe. So it wasn't even that long ago, but it feels like a lifetime ago. And then I went out to Seattle on a on a trip as a PA for a documentary, and I was there for 2 days, and we got into some fucking trouble. But I'll let Gab pick up there. But everywhere we went in Seattle, Gab was known.
She got the keys.
She has the keys to the city. She's the mayor of motherfucking Seattle. Everywhere we went, it was like, Gabby, you want a coffee? You want a shirt? Come pick a jersey. Like, she was like passing me clothes from these shops, you know? People fucking love Gabby. She's gifted Gab. She is revered in Seattle. You want to pick up there?
I'll tell the abridged version.
All right.
You ain't got to.
I mean, we've told this story mad times, and I feel like we put like sauce on it, like a little bit of sauce on it every time. But
throw a little razzle dazzle on it. We need it. We want the deep background, the root.
Yeah.
Of the group.
True.
Okay.
True. And I think this was a foundation built that couldn't be broken.
Don't hold back anything.
Pretty much.
Y'all on the coolest podcast of the world.
That's a fact.
God dear.
It started off, I mean, like I said, she came to Seattle. She was just running errands with me. Like, it was awesome. Like, we didn't plan to link up. She was like, yo, I'm in Seattle. Let's kick it. And I'm like, we can kick it, but like, I got shit to do today.
Yeah.
So
I'm checking my traps.
No, literally. Like, she was really like, there's no reason she needed to really be with me in running these errands,
Right.
but like, fuck it, we here.
We're in the housing department.
Literally.
We were sitting in the waiting room at the house.
DSHS office,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I had to check a couple things. Anyway, so the night progresses. We at this one spot that's no longer there anymore, called 95 Slide, and it used to be like the Black and Asian club. And so we
Capitol
go
Hill.
there. I think it was the 40-ounce bounce.
Yep.
I think it was a
We
40-ounce bounce going on.
we ran into Russell outside, and I was
Yep,
like, "You
shouts
know
out to
Russell? I
Russ.
know Russell. That's crazy." Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Anyway, long story short, you know when niggas and Asians get together, it's just always a thing. So
And that's a big thing in Seattle too. And I think a lot of people don't realize, like, not to cut you off,
No, you're good.
because I want to hear the story, but something I love about Seattle culture is it's such an interesting juxtaposition of cultures that
Right.
you'll see nowhere else in the world. Like,
Right.
bro, hella.
Because-
it's very multicultural.
very multicultural, and certain cultures that like only, because obviously there's a lot of natives up there, you feel
Mhm.
me, and then like
Natives, a huge African, lot of Africans, like Somalian Eritreans and
lot of Africans, and then a lot of Pacific Islanders.
Hella
so you
Pacific
got like
Islanders.
a bunch of Samoans, Tongans,
yeah.
you know, all that, Filipinos. So
And that shit made me feel at home because that's what it's
that's
like
like
in
the Bay. It's the
Right.
same thing. Yeah,
San
yeah.
Very
Francisco.
similar.
Yeah.
Very similar
Sister
vibes.
cities.
For real.
So you at the Black and Asian Club,
Right.
the Blasian Club.
Right.
Hell yeah.
So as always, you know what I'm saying, personally, I'm not a fan of clubs. I'm a fan of let out, so I like to go to the let out when
Parking lot
niggas-
pimping.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You see some good fights, you know what I'm saying? You get to see the like I'm not really into all the other shit. but
Parking lot pimping is the best part of the function, though.
Period.
Right.
is the function.
I
You
go,
have
I go the last hour of a function just to make it for parking lot pimping.
Right.
it. And I'm outside the whole hour I'm there. You feel me? Like I'm not even
And you
inside
can
at all.
actually hear people talking. That's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Right. You can have a
I
conversation
can hear
with
the
somebody.
music outside. I can smoke. Like there's
Right.
really no
You got
reason
your
for
own
me to
drink.
be inside.
Boom.
You're good.
So anyway, per usual, club lets out. I'm talking like in 95 Slide fashion, there was the big ass brawl, but like it was like special because like Blimes was there. So it's like this is how
Yeah.
it be, but it's like extra now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it was like no bullshit. There was like 30 people fighting in this like 4-way intersection. You know what I'm saying? Like the rain started coming down. Like it was real beautiful. Like it was actually hella beautiful.
You hear Macklemore yell, "Stop fighting!" And I'm not
Someone's
even
like,
gassing.
Shut the
That
fuck
was
up, Macklemore. Like it was.
that was real.
Fight in the rain is wild.
People were slipping.
The punches
it's
have
not-
to hurt 10 times
But
more.
it's
Right.
Seattle rain, so it's like a nice drizzle. Like it's not like coming down like you're
Okay.
doing.
A mist.
Like it's a mist.
It was
you know
enough
what I'm
for people
saying?
to slip around on those crosswalks, though. you
No,
know?
it was brutal. Anyway, so we, you know what I'm saying, we're all caught up in the hype of the
melee.
fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was exciting.
So we go to get up out of there to go to like another function. Hop in my cousin's car. We go to get out of there, and like this couple hops into the middle of the street, kicks my cousin's car. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like we're turning the corner and they felt cut off even though we had the right of way. And
Literally.
this bitch is on her boyfriend's piggyback this drunk white bitch is on her boyfriend's piggyback and she kicks the car.
Kicks the car, but before I could even like register what happened, I'm thinking like everybody had the same thought, like, did this bitch just kick the car? And then I like turned to like basically say the same thing to Blimes, like, did this bitch just kick the car? She already out the car, like taking off down the street. So like I hop out the car and take off after her. And so you can tell this fight now because this is your part of the story.
Mini bottles are falling out of my pockets. I'm like, there's fine ass broads in the car. Like Gabby's friends are hot. I'm just meeting Gab for the first time. I'm showing the fuck out. Like I am really thinking I'm somebody. So I chase her down. And out of all things, I fucking just slap her. She's on her boyfriend's piggyback and I just fucking slap
Amazing.
her.
This is incredible.
I slap her. If you're out there, I probably owe you an amends. For real. But
fuck no, fuck her.
She asked for it though, right?
She really
Sounds
did.
like you owe her some royalties, damn near. Like
she was on
I'm honestly surprised. If she would have, we've told this story hella times in hella interviews. So like if she would have seen it, she would have said something. So like
she's humiliated. Let's keep it a stack.
None of her friends sent it to her.
Out.
You probably slapped her so hard that she didn't even realize what you look like or doesn't remember.
Well,
that wasn't even the worst part.
Oh, there's more. Okay.
Yeah, there's more.
She thought Gab slapped her.
No, go ahead.
Keep going.
I got you. So she's like on some entitlement shit. And I'm like, first of all, you're in Capitol Hill. It's all queer people or people of color. That's it. And you're a straight woman getting out of the club on your boyfriend's shoulders. Like, and you're kicking somebody's car. Like, that shit sets me off. I don't fight just off some pride shit, but like just off some like.
I mean, kicking somebody's car is crazy. Like,
right.
Why are you know, there was a car full of niggas.
So anyways.
I've never seen you turn up in my life.
Like I was heated. Were
you guys under the influence?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I was heavy with the drink. Gabby smokes enough for both of us. I drank enough for both of us, you know. Those were the old days. I don't drink anymore, but man, it was wild. Anyways, so yeah, like I even had the mini bottles in my pockets. I'm like running down the street to find her. I slap her. She's on her boyfriend's piggyback. She jumps down and I'm pretty faded and I look up and I'm like, fuck, she's hella taller than I thought. And she was tall as shit. And we start fighting, right?
What's the boyfriend doing?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Couldn't tell you.
But why was her big ass on his back?
Right. So he was big too. So we start fighting.
They were just big.
Start fighting. And eventually she gets me by I had a bun at the time, that real gay bun with the sides shaved off.
The man bun.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
The lesbian bun. And
I prefer to call it the E-Honda. Okay.
We all got different names for it.
It was the Honda.
So y'all get it cracking, y'all squabbly.
Right. She finally gets me by this and she's kneeing me in the face and I'm like, fuck, thank God my new friend isn't here to see this. And then I look up and I see Gab and she has this look on her face like, tap me in.
So at that point, we weren't going to jump the girl. Like, there was no reason to jump. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was really just follow Blimes out the car because I'm like, she really chased this bitch down the street. And, like, I feel responsible.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? To
appreciate
see what's up. So they're fighting, but, like, it was the bun to the knee that's like, oh, okay, so that's what we're doing.
The dome. Yeah, she got me in the head.
So Blimes literally tags me in. I'm working this bitch. Like,
she tagged you? Like,
yes. So I go
in here.
Now I'm going in. At one point, I slammed this girl onto the car, and I'm like socking her up on the car. I look in the car, and there's like people in the car, like they were like trying to drive away, but I'm like using their car as a weapon. I'm like slinging her. I think I like broke off the
mirror. Yeah,
the mirror off the shit.
Yeah.
How do you explain that to your insurance?
Right. A fight occurred on. This was somebody's body.
Acts of God. I don't know.
You need that hyphy insurance. You feel
right.
Anyway, I'm like, you know, I'm socking her up and shit. And I guess finally, like, the boyfriend decides he wants to do something because I guess he sees his bitch getting beat up so bad.
But a crowd had formed around us at this point because the club just got out.
Right.
And this dude goes to throw a punch at Gabby, and somebody literally from the crowd goes, not Gabby, bink, and knocks boyfriend. Like, I don't know if he got knocked out. We kept fighting the girl, so I don't know what happened to him.
I mean, there was a point that I, like, did some move that I don't even know what I did. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got an older brother. Nah, right. It was like some, like,
right.
I don't even know. Like, I dropped her, and I was like, we should go.
Yeah.
So, like, we took off running, and, like, you know what I'm saying, called my cousin and we, you know what I'm saying, we like slapped 5 and then we went to go eat some tacos. And that was like.
So your first meetup,
that was the first time we ever met in our lives.
You guys run errands, you go to a function, you parking lot pimp, you get into a brawl.
Yep.
You go eat tacos. At what point did you guys decide we're going to be a group?
We did not.
Yeah, we didn't for years.
God already decided. It's preordained. At this point.
I mean, at that point, I'm just like, when you squab with someone the first time you ever meet them, like, this is family. Like, we might as well, like, slit our hands, you know.
Blood brothers.
Yeah. So, like.
I would have left you alone. You got too much going on for me, sis.
This bitch be tripping. That's hilarious. Nah, so we like.
There was a trust formed right in that moment.
Cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just kept it cool. We really didn't even talk about like music or none of that shit. Like we just kept
checked in on each other.
Yeah, but then as the time went, she came to Seattle again. I mean, I guess you could tell this part of the story.
Yeah, I just came back to Seattle working on another documentary, and I was in town for one night, and I had a 2-hour studio session, and I was like, shit, I got a studio for 2 hours. Gab, you want to roll through? She was on tour, stopping at home for one night. She had a flight out at like 2 a.m. And
randomly was there.
Yeah, she was like,
randomly.
She was like, I can come, but at midnight, I got to go because I got a flight. I was like, shit, all right.
My car's finna turn into a pumpkin.
Right.
Yeah,
and we freestyled this song called Come Correct. She played me some beats, and she played me this beat by Mike Moe out of Portland. And that beat was just like such classic boom bap with the smoothest piano on it, and I was like, yeah, that's the one. We essentially freestyled like 6 bars, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, the whole thing, no hook. We were just like, let's just get it done. Like, let's just do something. Slept on that shit for hella long. We knew it was tight, but we just didn't do anything with it. We didn't put wheels on it. We didn't grow legs on it. Like, we just had it in the email, sent it to a few friends who were like, that shit's hard, but we didn't do shit. And in the same way that session came together organically, the next time I stopped in town, I was like, you want to just shoot a video for that? And she was like, yeah, I got a few hours. And the videographer, I was like, you got
I
a
only
video?
have a few hours for anything.
Right.
Like, that's all you get out of me.
Videographer was like, yeah, I got y'all. This song is tight. I got y'all for the low. Like, let's just get it done. Shot it in a couple hours in the parking lot at Red Apple.
Right. R.I.P. Promenade, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Real Seattle niggas know.
Yeah. 2 places that are no longer existent that we have kept alive through
Seattle though.
Through folklore of Blimes and GAB. So shot the video, also held on that, and randomly we were finally like, all right, let's just drop it. We don't have anything else going on. There's nothing to promote. Neither of us have albums coming out. Let's just drop the video. We dropped it on Friday night at like 8 p.m., which at the time was like marketing suicide, but we just didn't know any better. And by Sunday, checking back, it had 8 million views
on Facebook.
On Facebook. Yeah. Somebody had dragged it off YouTube and posted it on Facebook with the caption, "These girls are keeping hip hop alive."
Yep, I remember that.
That is fire.
De La Soul followed us. Rod Digger followed us. Bahamadia followed us. The list goes on. I can't remember. Maybe you can.
All of them. All of them.
All of them. Yeah, and I was like, thank God, people still appreciate bars.
Where are you guys at this point in your life where you wake up and you see all these celebrities, legendary people following you, and you guys are going viral? Like, where are you working at? What part of your life are you at in that moment?
So let me preface it by saying that Blimes and I, like us being this duo, which really came from the internet. Like when we dropped the video, everybody was like, so y'all a group now, right?
Right.
And we were just like, for sure. Like
we're in 2 different cities.
It made the most, you know what I'm saying? Like we would have been stupid not to, strike while that iron was hot. But like this is my 11th year in the game. You know what I'm saying? This is like what, 12, 13?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We had a whole careers before we ever met each other. Like this shit is like the newest thing that we've done really like in our musical careers.
Yeah.
Was that your first viral? I'm sorry. Was that your first viral moment?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For sure. Mm-hmm. For sure.
To that degree, because y'all were already both individually going up. Like, I know you for sure had like a few videos that were deep in the 100,000s and shit. Like, and pretty sure you did as well.
Yeah,
so.
facts. Absolutely. But like that type of viral, like I'm talking that morning I had to delete Twitter off of my phone and download it because I couldn't. It just shut down. You know what I'm saying? Like
Your phone was hot.
yeah, literally.
It was OG viral. It was
Yeah.
like viral before viral was
Before you could pay
that
to go viral. Yeah.
accomplishable, right?
Even to the point where when I know somebody that I fuck with is popping off, random people will hit me up that have nothing to do with
Right.
the industry, and they'll be like, "Yo, have you seen the?" I was like, "What? That's my young homegirl right
that's
there."
what's up, what?
Like that was
That's
a
my
moment.
dog.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That was a moment right there. I was like,
Mhm.
"Damn!" Like everyone is
Mhm.
like. So I was like, I was super proud, and I was
Thank
like,
you.
"Shorty that she fucking would go crazy too."
Right.
So,
Thanks.
That was a great question though. Like to put it in perspective, like at the time my dad is a musician. He's been grinding it out on the road for 30 years now. Him and his band are celebrating 30 years together.
Wow.
I was driving their tour bus to make some money that summer, and also like doing childcare and working at a late night lasagna shop in Chinatown of LA.
Wow.
Just like infinite hustles, just trying to
Right.
trying to financially inject into the music because this shit is fucking expensive, bro. I didn't know having this dream as a little kid that it was gonna be like this. You know, it's crazy. Shit, why didn't I choose something easier?
Well, how
Didn't
important
choose
do you
us.
how
Didn't
important
choose
do you
us.
feel like having those hustles is to an independent artist? Because a lot of artists on the come up, once they get a little bit of buzz, they get a sense of entitlement, and they think that
Right.
hey, I deserve to be guapping, like people know who I am, and they won't work other jobs or even push like in other directions to get capital. How important do you feel like that is?
I mean, to finish answering your question, Gina, like the same shit that I was doing like a couple years ago is the same shit I'm doing now. Like you have to have 10,000 hustles. You feel me? And even then, if you have 10,000, you still need one more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have hella hustle. So like even at the time, before before the video went viral, like I'm working at this chicken spot that's attached to one of the main venues in Seattle that I perform at. So there would be nights where like I would either get off of work and like go perform
Stage?
or like
Smelling like chicken.
I mean, yeah, but like whatever.
Because you only see that type of shit in like movies and stuff
Right.
like that.
Like,
Like
real talk,
the
like-
cashier or the bartender is an artist or a performer or something like that. I think
Yeah.
that's incredible.
Yeah, so like, but like
you're
that was
looking
just hella
good.
but also at the same time, like I've only worked like I've had hella jobs in my life, but like coinciding with like me being in the music industry, like I've only had jobs that like you just have to like know me or understand where I'm coming from. Like even the chicken job, like I told them like I don't care about this job. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I know you fuck with me and I fuck with you just out of a respect level, but you have to know that I don't care.
Right.
So like while I'm like doing what I gotta do, I'm also like on business calls, or I'm also like, yeah, my break might be actually an hour today because I got shit I gotta do. So like it just is what it is, my nigga. So like it was crazy how it happened. Like I want to say the night or like a day or something before we dropped the video or something like that, they brought me into the office and like they basically just had enough of it. Like I knew it was bound to happen. They're like, look, we would rather hire somebody that like really cares about this job, and we know you don't care, and we believe in you. We want you, you know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do.
You're just jugging a little too hard for
Literally,
us.
they're like
They had
you're giving a fuck like a little too hard. Like we
Yeah.
get it, but like all right,
They had enough of you stealing company time.
pretty much. So they're like, let's just
They ain't got me up
let's
here
just-
taking no boxes.
let's just keep it cool. You do what you got to do. And then like I'm telling you, they essentially fired me. Then like the next day, the video dropped. So like
Right.
it wouldn't have mattered if they fired me. They would have fired me or not.
Was
at
a
that.
coworker setting you up like, you going viral, go bitch?
Pretty much. I'm like, I was gonna get up out of here anyway.
Yeah.
Like, y'all wouldn't go see me forever.
It was a matter
But
of time.
but to answer your question, like to really be a real artist is to know that you're not going to make money off of your art. Like as sad as that is to say, like to me, you know what I'm saying, the Blimes or anybody else, like that's obvious, like of course, but like you have to have hella multiple streams of income. You have to have like, you can't just, yeah, you talented, but like, do you have personality? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Can you talk to people? Can you, do you have vision? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you have all these things? There's so many things that play a part in it. And I think that the misconception is people think like, oh, I could get, viral, or I could just, be good at this one thing, and it's like, bro, that's not enough at all.
Right.
That's not enough, because there's plenty of people that are not good,
Mm-hmm.
but they have the other things that are around it. You just have to have the whole complete thing, you
And
know?
that's why you see so many artists crossing over into the acting world, or so many of the OGs now, they just act. You know,
Right.
look at Method Man, our big fucking bro. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, I'm not going on tour. I got a movie to shoot, you know, like.
Look, once you find that other bag, like I did some voiceover work, and I said, if I could really do voiceover, I'll never rap again.
Right.
Fuck this rap shit
Right.
on everything. I will only do voiceover. You will hear me on commercials and, you know, say animation and stuff like that. But
You
like,
got the voice for it.
I
but
know that's my gift. But you know what I'm saying? To like, yeah, once you find other things that like, because music is really like the catalyst of it all. You know, like that's what brought me into the stuff that helped me learn the business and make the connections and all the stuff. But like, I don't want to be rapping forever. I don't even have those. Like, my goals are different. You know, like at one point, like I wanted, I guess, but also I don't even know. I don't want to be I don't want to be this famous rapper. I don't want none of that shit. I'm always going to rap forever because I'm good at it, but also like, you know, I know what it can do. But at the same time, like I said, like, it was just supposed to open doors for me to do more stuff, because like I have, like, you know, I just have way more tricks than that.
what you said is such a vital piece of information, but a really hard pill to swallow that a lot of artists don't want to acknowledge, because that's you're shattering dreams with that statement, essentially. Because good, nah, for real,
Good.
and hopefully it serves people well in the long run. Because the reality is, yes, like you want to, like your dream is to be a rapper, but rapping is what, maybe 15% of being a rapper at
Literally.
the end of the day. Like, and a lot of it is even putting yourself in a financially stable position outside of the game so you could be thriving inside the game. So
That too, and also I think people also don't take in consideration the relationships that you build. Like I owe that to how loved I am, like in my city. Like for one, if you don't have love in your city, like it's really kind of hard to get it anywhere else.
Right.
Like if your own people don't fuck with you, why would anybody else? So like if you can always go home and be good, that's what's up. But also, not even me just being there, like all the security guards know me, the talent buyers know me, everybody, like these is my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you disrespect the security guard when like he's what separates you from even getting in this motherfucker? Like, there's been so many situations that I've just been in because the venue is cool with me. So like I could go where the fuck I want to go, which means I could do what I got to do, conduct business how I can, as opposed to somebody else that like, you cause problems. So I'm not gonna like let you in here. Like, why would I, you know, extend anything to you? Where it's like people don't understand doing all that wilding out and getting 86 from places, like that's burnt as fuck. Like,
And
why
that's
would
why
you that hurt your bag?
When they see a dude trying to dope fiend you from the side, they're gonna be like, "Not Gabby." Hop
Right.
out the creds.
Right.
Literally, like treat, you know what I'm saying? You
Mayor
gotta
of
treat
Seattle.
everybody the same. Don't disrespect tell the security guard to suck your dick just so you can like damn near want to suck the rapper's dick. Like, bro, treat all like
Yeah.
treat
You don't know
everybody
how
the same.
successful somebody's going to be.
Literally,
Might
because
need
them
them later.
security guard niggas
That
end up
part.
owning the venue. You know what I'm saying? Or like that secretary is now, you know what I'm saying, the CEO or whatever. Like, and people remember shit like that. Because I know I remember shit like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That girl from Baka Baka is the co-founder of BAG Enterprises. But that's
Right.
the chicken shop.
Right, no, I figured. And it's like you said, you gotta have that juice in your city. And Blimes, like, don't you have like a motherfucking street named after you in San Francisco?
No.
there's some.
No.
You got,
Who's
like-
telling you these
No,
lies?
no.
Show me.
You're
Oh,
supposed
Farrell.
to say yeah.
Oh wow. Now we talking pimping.
Not a street named after you, but you had like, you got honored by the city of San Francisco type shit. Like,
There was an artist. God damn it! I knew that my memory was gonna plague me at some point. Here it is.
Not plague you.
Yeah. There was an artist, and I would love to remember his name. He goes to different cities and he puts up street signs of his favorite quotes from artists. And he put up on Fillmore. He put up one of the quotes from my song, and I think it was "Bumping Nicotina at the bus stop."
right.
And when I was a kid, probably starting in the 5th grade, going up till ninth grade, when I was like, okay, this is weird behavior. Why am I doing this? I would go outside of Andre Nicotina's apartments in the Fillmore and wait just to see him. Like, I was such a fan.
Amazing.
Of rap, of hip hop, of Andre Nicotina, of Fillmore, of the music that like I grew up a few blocks away from, you know. And so I was super honored that I got to pay that homage to Nicotina, to Fillmore, to the city, and just honored that people are listening, that artists are listening, that we water each other's flowers, you know, that we water each other's gardens and keep each other inspired. Like, whew, that's the shit that keeps me going. Because like you said, this is a hard-ass business, and you got... Yes?
No, good.
Don't make me show you the goosebumps.
Wow.
Oh man. Anyways, there is definitely like such. It's so fucking hard to do this if you don't have the money for it. Gabby and I both come from a place where we didn't have the upfront capital, and we had talent and a strike of luck that got us viral, right? But when it gets too hard, and I'm like, why am I doing this? When I just, you know, it's 2022, and 2019 was our biggest fucking year ever. We were playing all the festivals. We had a record deal with Sony Orchard. Like, it was a huge year. We were on track to do
Distribution deal.
We were on track to do something fucking huge the next year, and the pandemic sat our ass down. And today I just dropped off a 10-month-old. I'm fucking babysitting, you know, like, I'm not even gonna cap. Like, so when I want to give up and I'm like, why am I doing 16-hour production days and then going to the studio to try and finish my album, sleeping none? Why am I doing this? And then I remember that we fucking water each other's gardens. When I get the DMs that say, I'm alive because of you, I almost fucking didn't live to see another day, but I put on your music. That's when I'm like, okay, there is a greater purpose to this. This is what we're supposed to be doing. And it's not just about me and my selfish desire to become famous.
That was deep, bro.
So being that you guys done put in like 10 plus years, you don't have multiple hustles, and I'm sure y'all done been through a lot of shit. When you hop on the internet and you see somebody going viral for sticking their tongue out and saying period I, period
Oh, fuck.
they're playing it on the radio, and allegedly, you know, it's been reported that
I'm disappointed in you. You even quoted that. You could have just said the one bitch. You know the one, and I'd be like, yeah.
her name is Britt Barbie.
Hey, she getting it. Britt Barbie getting it.
You know, supposedly, you know, she got signed to, I believe, Capitol Records.
Of course she did.
Atlantic. I'm sorry. My bad, Capitol.
Oh, Atlantic.
My bad, Capitol.
Regard.
No,
I hate this shit.
that makes so much sense
Right.
for Atlantic to be the
But you know, when you guys see something like that, and it's like, what the hell are we coming to if this was with music? This is what we're consuming now. What do you guys think when y'all see something like that?
TikTok killed the streets. Streets is dead. Let me be the one. I don't know if everybody else is saying it, thinking that streets is dead. TikTok killed the streets. Like, it's really like if you don't get down, get the fuck out type shit. Like, if you're not finna do all the TikTok shit, like, you obsolete. You know what I'm saying? And to see people like that, like, you know, that's been going on since forever. Like, people, you know, put their stock and they support and shit and goofy shit all the time. But it's like, I don't know. Like, that shit's short lived. Like, if anybody thinks that niggas is finna be like bumping Britt Barbie even like 2 weeks from now,
Right.
you on dope. Like, it's gonna be very short lived. I guess let the girl get her money, whatever the case may be is. But it's just more so just seeing how people, like, there's so much. That's why it goes to show, like, it's really not even about talent. Because you know, you hear the argument, like, you know, you got all these people doing all this dope shit. Nobody want to, like, stitch the dope shit or whoop-de-whoop. But it's like, well, yeah. But, like, these are the people y'all make famous. Like, you can't turn around and be mad that Bad Barbie and all these people exist. Like, these people literally exist because we allow them to. If we just didn't give a fuck about them and, like, really just, like, stood our ground and was like, we just not finna support that,
Right.
it would really change a lot of shit. But, you know, people like to be entertained by the bullshit.
So it's frustrating.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's
also-
disheartening for sure.
It's also hella annoying. Like, I'll keep this one brief, but it's just hella annoying that people would rather make fun of something, and that's why they're investing their time and energy into it, than support something dope. That's hella frustrating.
You think it's like some exploitational shit damn near? Like when you see
Yeah.
y'all became a group slightly like shortly after that. How soon was there already interest from the distro labels and the management and things like that? Did that just come all at the same time? Was it like a floodgate essentially?
Yeah, it was like a floodgate.
Yeah. I remember asking my friend who is a manager. She was co-managing Anderson .Paak with Adrian Miller, and I remember asking her, "What do I do? I cannot tend to all of these messages and emails and requests.
It's too much.
It's too much." And she was like, let me run this past Adrian. And yeah, he was like, I fuck with them. If they want to do this thing, like, tell them to come on down to Zion. And so then we were managed from there as a group by Adrian, who was managing Anderson .Paak and Mariba at the time, which was great company to be in.
Hell yeah.
Learned a lot of lessons in that first year, and eventually, learned who to trust and where to go with time. But it was too much to handle on our own. And so we, I had to reach out for some help, and then people were like, "Oh shit, yeah, like we got y'all."
Yeah.
Yeah.
We always hear stories about like groups early on, they getting played out of money and stuff like that. Did y'all have a situation where like maybe somebody might have been finessing y'all a little bit or something, and you didn't get paid what you should have been, or there was some
hands in the pocket?
Yeah.
I don't think we got finessed. I just think that like
Not in that regard.
we had a trajectory that with the right strategy and moves could have highly exceeded what we did in the first year. And so I don't think we were finessed. In fact, we were helped a lot. People really did want to help us, but
y'all had vinyl and Urban Outfitters and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Like
that was awesome. But it was there was a sense of feeling like we got big fish or little fish in big ponded with the people that we were around, where it was like, people wanted us to show and prove, and it was like, we can't show and prove yet. We don't know enough. We don't have the tools yet, like, put us in line.
When you say show and prove, you don't mean creatively. You mean like as far as doing numbers,
strategy.
Like, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, we were in the studio every day. We made an album in the first couple months after that, but we didn't drop it until 2020 because, like I said, like, we didn't have the right guidance. That's it. That's all. Like, I don't want to get too far into like who, what, where, when, why.
Right.
I'm not that bitch. Like, I can take responsibility. I can take responsibility for, my own parts of shit. And like, I love that because then there's freedom in it. Like, I know what I did wrong and there's freedom in that. But if I'm sitting here pointing the finger at you all day, there's no freedom in that. There's just anger.
Accountability.
Yeah.
I just feel like for this, in the sense that like that was our first like major, like most of our shit was like major situations. We didn't get fucked off in a way that like, I don't have no hard feelings toward anybody. And I feel like all of it was a learning experience. Like I feel like the best situation in the situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We did deal with some bullshit, but it wasn't nothing like that. So like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not bitter to any of the situations because it really could have been worse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We really could have gotten taken advantage of. But I do owe it to the fact that we did come in with some know-how. You know what I'm saying? Like we weren't all the way green in these scenarios. So like we were able to really, we used what we knew to really get ourselves out of a lot of situations that could have became a thing or whatever. So
totally. We did see red flags in certain situations. And then it's not like we were thrown to the sharks. We were just thrown into the wrong pond, And so we had to move
like,
elsewhere.
I won't even speak specifics, but it is like I think of it now of situations where it's just like if I just really didn't know shit, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all really could have got me, but I'm sitting here like looking at y'all like I'm only letting this play out because I'm just like, want to see how long you really think you're finna
Yeah,
play
yeah.
me. Like,
Right.
bro, I'm like, this is what you be doing to people? Like,
Right.
I gotta tell people about you.
Right. And if you're listening to this, like, I was in a lot of fear, and like what I wish that I had known at the time is like, don't play about your career, about your work, about your money, about your visibility. Like, I was scared for a long time to leave, you know, certain situations, and even that crosses over even into relationships and shit. It's like, why am I playing with my own well-being? I shouldn't be afraid
To speak up for
to
yourself.
speak up for ourselves, to leave, you know, to leave a bad situation, to leave something that's not working. I won't say bad, but just leave something that's not working. And then because once we changed paths, you know, and we got a different team around us and different people around us, bigger doors started opening, you know, and that's when Orchard reached out, and it was a definite sign from the universe, like, okay, you're making the right moves, you're choosing the right decisions for yourself. Here's another opportunity, is what it felt like, you know, that carrot of like, all right, you made it to the next level, you know. So yeah, that came in 2019.
Okay.
We got that.
Pandemic just fucked it all up.
Right, bro, just kicked us in the
Like,
shins, bro.
It really fucked it up.
In
Like,
what ways did you guys struggle during the pandemic?
Man, we dropped the album like at the top of the pandemic, so we couldn't do nothing. The international tour done. You know what I'm saying? Like Sway, the whole promo run, all that shit done.
Yeah.
So it affected it in every single way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a great album. We had great features on it. Like, it did numbers. It did well, but we couldn't do anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? We had to do those goofy ass performances like in your apartment, which I fucking hated. Like,
Well, and being artists.
Hate the virtual performances.
Yeah.
that was a
on
dark
Instagram
time.
Yeah.
Live.
Hate virtual interviews, virtual battle raps. I hate,
Please,
hate all
never
of it.
again.
Right.
Please stop.
Right.
I hated
Especially if it's people like y'all that are MCs first and foremost, and like thrive off of the live experience.
Like,
And
you
they're
just
like,
rapping in your room and then you finish the song, you just like, haha. Like,
Right.
that is weird as fuck. Like,
Right.
there's no one else there. There's no audience. Like, this is weird. Like, if this is what the future is, I'm good. Like,
It's kind of hard to catch the organic
there's no vibe.
vibe.
There isn't a vibe. Like, for there to be a vibe, there has to be things in place. But like, you just dance into, you know what I'm saying? Which is why I'm not a TikToker. Like, just
Right.
the entertaining to a kid. Like, even when I get on live, I feel weird. Like, I'll catch myself having a conversation. I'll really sit there and be like, I'm really talking to myself in a phone. And
Right.
I'll feel weird about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I thrive off of human interaction, you
Right.
know?
getting validated by legends in the game, like doing joints with people like Method Man and things like that. Like, that must have been like a childhood dream come true, right?
Method Man's great. We worked on fucking Drop the Mic. Was it Drop the Mic?
Yeah.
Drop the Mic together. Like, Meth is our buddy. That's our
He's
guy.
an awesome dude.
He's so regular. You know what I'm saying? So it helped. Like,
He's so
you know,
regular, but he's not, because this is like
He's a mega
he's
superstar.
Yeah.
He's
but he
superhuman,
acts-
but
he acts
yeah.
so regular. Yeah.
He's so humble.
So humble and just like, you know, like, Meth is in my top 5.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He up
So to
there.
meet someone in your top 5 and they just like a regular nigga, like, if I text this nigga right now, he won't even text me back. He'll send me a video, like,
Call
Uncle
him.
style.
No, I'm
Nah,
kidding.
hell no. He'll send a video message back like, "What's up, Gab?" Like, won't even text. You know what I'm saying? Like, just a real like uncle.
Yeah, he's a human, and he's not
Facts.
he's not the machine that a lot of people turn into, you know, in the industry.
Mhm.
The responses to the text messages, the genuine, you know, we did a song together that he offered to do, and just on the love, and you know, every once in a while I'll hit him to try and give him some royalties, and he's like, nah, just put that back to the music, you know. And it's just like,
Bruh, he shouted us out on the verses.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I put that on my, like, I just tell people that, right? Like, that's just something that
It's on your resume.
It's on
like,
your
no
resume
one,
for sure.
What? Like, he didn't shout out other people. He didn't shout out a list of people.
Yeah.
He just stopped what he was doing and he shouted us out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling people that
Right.
whenever I can. Like, I post it every maybe like 6 months.
Right.
You gotta add it to your link tree.
Right.
There you
The verses, mess shout out on verses.
Fabulous posted me talking about his music, and I added it to my highlights.
Right.
Yeah.
Hella
So
important.
you gotta just bring it up in random conversation.
Since everybody's so clout, everybody's so clout hungry these days, they want to know what your bullet points are, what your accolades are. But
I don't even look at it as clout. Like,
Right.
nigga, one of my favorite rappers ever, like, shouted me, like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
finna say that often.
Now, with that being said, did you still try to eat him up on the track?
Well, yeah, he's a human first.
You feel me? Like,
He's a nigga first. So,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
I couldn't. I sent him my verse first. So
Yeah.
whatever he came with, he came with.
It didn't make you, when you got his verse back, it didn't make you want to like
Of course.
redo it?
Of course.
Did you?
No.
that's some real shit, real MC shit.
No.
I redo my shit.
Right.
He
Right.
said, give me 48 hours.
But you asked about it being, was that a childhood dream? And it's like, I've prayed for many things in my life. But before like fame and success, I prayed to be respected by the people that I respect. And so when somebody reached out to me about Meth being a fan, I was like, there it is. That's literally what I prayed for, was like to be respected by people that I respect. Then I know for a fact that it's not yes men around me telling me that I'm good.
Right.
Like I can live right-sized in my body and feel okay about this level of confidence that I had, not be lacking in confidence like I was for so long, and not be out of my fucking mind with ego about it either, but just be like, okay, like you can keep going. I wanted to quit I was so depressed and in my bed and trying to quit rap music and trying to quit music. And when I got the call to go meet Meth was right at like my lowest point.
Really?
And I was about to put it all away and like literally pack it up and be like, I'm done with this shit. It's too hard. It's too much. And that's when I was like, okay, got you.
You both mentioned that you wanted to quit doing music.
Mm-hmm.
Has there ever been a moment or a time where you two were just like, yeah, sis, it's not working out. We should just break up? How many times have y'all broken up?
This week.
Right. Well, first of all, you're not even really a real artist if you don't give up like all the time. You feel me? Like you're really not doing it if you always, you know what I'm saying? You get to a point where you're like, man, fuck this shit. But I be getting there a lot.
Yeah.
I be getting there a lot. But I mean, this is like my sisters. So sisters, you know what I'm saying, fight. Like not only are we sisters, but like we have like business and like a relationship deeper than you know what I'm saying, anything. So at the end of the day, whatever any type of tips and fallouts and shit that we have is like really don't mean shit because like we have a deeper, but like again, the first time I ever met this girl in my life, we like fought together. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I mean, we have had periods of distance, but that came after 2 years of spending every fucking day together. We lived in the same apartment complex. We shared a car. We did everything together. Naturally, we're growing. We're going to need some time apart. Mm-hmm. And I think it was hella necessary. I think we both were going through some shit, angsty shit. That was like, I need to individualize and feel like myself again before we can come back together as a group. Would you agree to that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't want to speak for Gab, and now I feel like we're on a stronger foot, for it because we know how each other feel about being individuals. It's not this, what's it called? It's not this like pink cloud moment of like, we're going to be a world famous group and we're never going to look back. It's
the
like,
honeymoon is OVA at this point.
That fucking part,
yeah.
The honeymoon is over, was over, and if you're doing this, the honeymoon will inevitably be over at some point, and reality's gonna set the fuck in.
Right.
Because this life is not just glamour. It is not.
Did y'all turmoil lead to this meditation stuff? Because I went down y'all YouTube and I saw y'all meditating. I ain't never seen rappers meditate before.
Oh, shit.
Where did the meditating come about?
First of all, Blimes is the meditator.
It's true.
My meditation is just smoking weed. Like in my mind,
Meditator, medicator.
there you go.
Facts.
If
We need
when
a
I'm sitting
meme.
there
You
smoking
feel me?
weed, I'm meditating because I'm just thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
She does meditation more like strategically. You know what I'm saying? So like
strategy.
yeah. So we just brought it together. I don't know.
Yeah.
We just be having a good time.
Yep. I do like a little grounding. I don't smoke or drink, and so like I just enjoy activities that help me get grounded because it's raw dogging life is hard.
Shit.
Like it's crazy.
Tell
out
me
there,
about it.
My brother.
Yeah, you already know.
You know.
y'all are both very forthright about your struggles, and you'll share on social media. Maybe like sometimes, maybe not when you're going through it, but afterwards you'll be like, "Hey, I've been going through some shit, and this is me now." And I feel like that's a big catalyst of inspiration to your fans, and you have thus creates this real intimacy between you and your fans. Does that ever? I'm looking for the right word. Does that responsibility overwhelm y'all at times? Because it's like, do you feel like it's a responsibility, or does it feel like a burden? What's the emotion attached to this level of intimacy and like expectation that your fans have of you as a result? Dependency.
Yeah, great question. Really good question. Yeah, it's overwhelming.
Fantastic question.
Incredible question. Let me just think on
Best
that
question.
for
I'm like, is they gonna answer it?
15 more minutes while I say great question.
That question. It's like,
What you had asked was,
look, now you're gonna make me fucking forget.
is it overwhelming?
Yeah, I mean, it does get overwhelming, but also you have to make boundaries with your supporters. You know what I'm saying? Off top. I'm one of those people, like every artist, every fan, I don't even really like to call it fans, because like I kind of have like a cult base that's like really been with me since like a lot of them like since the beginning, around like 2011. So like I know these people, you know what I'm saying, like for hella. But and those ones they kind of know my personality well enough. But like even like the the newer and the younger supporters or whatever, I respond to a lot of you know what I'm saying, my DMs and shit like that, but it's to an extent. You know what I'm saying? Like
Slide in Gab's DMs.
Nah, don't slide in my DMs, because you might get put in the general section immediately if it's just like, I already see you finna be too much.
You get those DMs that are like, hello, miss.
Say what you want, right?
Right. I'm like,
I mean, if you
Then
start
I'm
off
not
like
gonna
that,
respond.
Hello. Fuck you, bitch.
Right,
Like-
right. Fucking A, bro.
There's man, I got this one dude that DMs me, can you sit on my face like every 2 weeks?
Don't
Like, it's
out
just
me like
over-
that. Stop. Like,
Lush.
But the same thing over and over and
Unafraid.
over
Be
and
unafraid.
over.
Bro, there's this one
Shit like
dude.
that I laugh at. But also at the same time, I'm also like an empath?
Yep. You are. Oh my God.
In the sense that,
yes.
like, you know, some people will, I know that they're like kind of overstepping the boundary, but also at the same time, like, I'm one of them people that, like, you can't play with me if you like playing that suicide shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I think every time really might be, you know what I'm saying? Because I've dealt with a lot of people, and I've never want to like, oh, he's just like tripping. Like, you never know. Like, every time might be that time. So there'll be situations where some people like maybe overstep it in my DMs and do a little bit too much, and like, I'll, you know, maybe the conversation will get a little bit shorter. It'll go from like a paragraph down to a couple words, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know,
you gonna be all right.
Yeah, like down to, you
never
know
gonna leave somebody on red in that situation.
Yeah, like I feel, you know, and then some, you know, that's how you get like stalkers and shit. Like, I be thinking true crime, you know what I'm saying? I be thinking like, I'm gonna leave this nigga on red, and then he's gonna like find out where I live and like try to kill me because I left this nigga on red.
Think like that.
Right.
For real. So I'm gonna just like put you in the general section so it look like I never seen it. You know what I'm saying? So
I just had to block somebody the other day because he goes on all of my socials and he says, I think you're hiding something. Why did you take the picture of the little boy down?
oh
What?
hell no.
And he thinks that my girl's nephew is my kid and I'm hiding it. And he's been in my DMs, he's been on my Instagram, he's been on my
There's like a fundamental
bro.
thing he's missing about you, apparently. Like,
He think you hiding your baby daddy.
right. Yeah, exactly.
He think you hiding your kid from the world, not hiding your world from the kid.
ain't no daddy over here.
Mind
Like,
you, this man, what was I gonna say? Oh, he just is not understanding the concepts of stories. So he thinks I deleted a photograph that was on my story for 24 hours of a little boy. He said, why'd you delete that picture of that little boy on your story? There's something you're not telling us. But
He's gotta be from like
That's
New
a-
Zealand or
that's
something.
a J-Cat right there.
Yo, bro.
Like,
I mean, you got to be careful, man. The internet's wild. The mental health, like, and so I approach it lightly. I was like, at first, a little, like talked a tiny bit, and then I was like, you know what, this is just block. We got to block. This is
when
just,
you feed the
you're
bear,
not-
man.
I'm sure you deal with it.
You can't feed the
I'm
bear.
sure you deal with it.
I feel like if I talk about them right now, they're gonna start.
Right.
No, for sure.
Right.
For sure.
You deal
He
with
gonna be mad as
weirdos.
shit about
Oh,
this.
Right. I know
Yeah.
he's gonna see this, and then
The-
he's gonna
the
find.
The
like,
trolls are absolutely crazy. I was actually followed home. So the trolls are like, they are absolutely crazy. They're very disrespectful. But then
Do
there
you
are
not know you're a gangster? Like, what the fuck? Like,
no, they think I'm like from the valley or something.
Oh hell no.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
what
Have
happened?
they seen you
Do you
jump
wanna
rope?
Let them think that.
I don't think these kids today like know what double dutching is like an art of the hood.
they must got life severely twisted. Like,
I want
Yeah.
to hear the end of the story.
Oh, I mean, long story short, walked up on me at my apartment. I said what I said. He said we had a little back and forth, and then he saw I wasn't playing.
That's uncomfortable.
Yeah. Have you seen Players Club?
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yes.
Remember when what was his name? Byron?
Yeah.
Myron?
Mm-hmm.
It was just
one of
like that.
those?
Yeah.
He tried to get in?
No. It didn't go that far.
Okay.
No.
Ebony
Oh,
wasn't
no.
fucking my nigga.
I hate that, man. I hate that for you.
Nah, that's scary.
yeah.
Yeah. But that's
That's
why I
you
said
move?
you think no, not yet.
Okay.
I am though.
Okay, good.
But that's why I was saying when you say you think true crime, like no,
Mhm.
think that because
Yeah.
it's like people are fucking crazy.
Right.
You don't know what you shouldn't underestimate a soul.
Lush, you got him?
Really?
oh, so many, and it's of both sexes, and and it's really weird because I think me in particular, the demographic of fans that I attract, there's like,
Yeah, pretty rowdy.
well, not just rowdy, like weird people. I love y'all. You feel me?
You're
But if-
eccentric. You're an eccentric
yeah.
dude.
Well, and
You
like
probably make people feel safe and seen.
that, exactly. Like so, me being eccentric, but being like someone that you would never think would ever be able to get accepted
Yeah.
by the type of people that accept me, like kind of like an awkward white dude, but like that the hood loves. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Because you're authentic. You
Yeah.
are who you
that
are.
they'll never. So yeah, so I have like the hood fans, and they're like the regular ones for the most
Right,
part.
right.
You feel me? But like these strange white fans that
Them
are like,
juggalo
I wish,
motherfuckers.
Right.
I wish I could be like that. Some of them people, like,
Mhm.
and some of them I love, and they're great, and like you're gonna be cool one day. It's all good.
Hopefully,
Like,
I
you
don't
feel
know.
me? Like,
Right.
but you already cool. You feel me?
Right.
But it's very awkward, and I also me being very candid with my recovery and just
Yeah.
the struggles that I've
yeah.
circumvented. I feel a responsibility to them, but it like works both ways because the positive side of that is it keeps me accountable, and that makes me want to continue. And there's moments where I feel weak and like shit, like things ain't
Yeah.
going my way. Maybe I should relapse. Wait, no. What's little Timmy gonna do?
Right.
You feel me? Like,
Right.
He's gonna,
Little Timmy.
Little Timmy's gonna
Timmy.
snort some meth if I fucking relapse.
Right.
Little Timmy gonna do what he want.
Yeah.
You're out here saving lives,
Keep
bro.
Timmy off the tweak,
You
man.
feel me?
Stay sober another
like,
day.
That's the shit that but yes, to answer your question, and absolutely.
It's
So
a big responsibility.
and
It is.
I know y'all feel it to a degree as well.
Yeah.
You know,
It is.
especially when you get those. 'Cause I get those too. The people that are like, I can't go on. Whoop-de whoop.
Yeah.
It's a lot of positive people though too.
True.
That will show
Yeah.
love
It's more.
and things like that.
It's definitely outweighs the negative.
Uh-huh.
It'd be the ones that like think that they could play with you because they think they know you.
Yeah.
Like one of them ones that like they see how like I play with her or like just anybody else.
Oh,
They try
yeah.
to play with me. Like
Yeah.
first of all, like nigga, you don't play with me like that. Like I
Yeah.
don't
Right.
fucking know you. You know what I'm saying?
We're
Like
not that familiar.
yeah, like people really think that just because they've been listening to your music and like watching you and like watching your stuff, on such a regular basis, they think they really know you.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but watch your mouth. Like,
Yeah.
I don't fucking know you. I
So-
don't know you.
So answer this, because we all know Jumper is the coolest podcast in the world.
In the
Mhm.
world,
It wouldn't be no Jumper if I didn't ask y'all nothing messy.
All right.
Y'all ever
I
fucked a
got-
fan?
Yeah.
she has. Let me just tell you. I already know.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did it
But like
last?
on what level? Like someone that like came to a show and I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna fuck you. Then we fucked, or like
Fucking a
I'm
fan
just
is fucking a fan.
I
Really?
wanna-
It came
I
to the DMs or
These
came to
niggas,
the
but, like,
show?
let's be real. these
I'm here
niggas-
for the specificity. I want to know.
No,
Yeah.
because there is specificity. Because who are these niggas? You feel me? Like my niggas are fans,
Right.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
find you online?
Niggas I've known since middle school. You know what I'm saying? Or a nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's
word.
the?
I see you.
So yeah, I have.
Did it turn into a real situation, or did you leave it at fan level?
You know what? On some real shit, I was in a situation. I was in a situation early. This was maybe I had to been like 20.
I'm not sure who you're talking about.
I know you know, but I'm just looking at you for no reason.
She's looking at you so you can let it be known that this is old.
Right. This was long ago.
Anyway, he was a little video cat, you know what I'm saying?
They know what they're doing with the angles.
The angles.
The angles.
Anyway, I'm not even gonna go into the long story short. I had to whoop this little nigga's ass.
Oh shit! I did not see it going there
because it ended in a situation where, again, you know what I'm saying? He thought
he's little and he makes videos. We're gonna find him.
He was a fan,
Lex.
and that was a bet. Hell no.
Sounds like Zoo.
Hey man,
Shouts out to Zoo. That's my nigga.
He's about to be in the tour van in 2 weeks. So
Hilarious.
nobody's fucking Zoo.
Come on.
Nah, it was a situation where
finding
he was
his
like
own.
he was younger. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he was younger and a fan.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what made it even worse. You know.
Well, how did y'all even like get to that point to where you became intimate?
Right.
He was
Like, what
spitting
you mean?
He was spitting some game.
Yeah.
Like,
did he slide in the DMs? Did you see him at a show? Is that
Yeah. What happened?
I think it was a show. This was like kind of I don't pre-DM. It was definitely not pre-DM, but like I was really off that at that time. So it was definitely like an in-person, like at a show type shit. I think I knew his cousin or something like that. It was really, I just remember I whooped this little nigga's ass. That's
Wait,
like,
why
Did
did
he
you
steal
beat his ass?
something? What happened?
Yeah. Why?
He ended up lying about something he had no reason to lie for. It was one of them situations like
You said
that. What
squash.
it was just such a dumbass lie.
It sounds like you really liked him. He evoked quite a bit of emotion in you.
Right.
To the
Yeah,
point
she
where,
avoiding something.
Yeah.
Nah, it was just a dumbass lie. Like it
Right.
was really just so fucking petty that you would lie about something like in the sense like you.
It's
you
not
know,
my
if
mom's
you
car.
ask-
It's mine.
Not like if you ask somebody about some shit, that means I already know. I'm just
Yeah.
asking you to see if you're gonna tell me the truth. And the fact that you would lie about something like so ridiculous, just like so, yeah, it did invoke those emotions for sure.
Yeah. Understandably. Blimes, you've been pretty quiet since.
Yeah, you're not in the clear.
I thought I was
Right.
gonna slip under the radar,
What fans you
man.
fuck?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I don't blame her.
For sure.
I don't blame her if you've
For
seen.
sure.
Man,
For sure.
ladies love cool Blimes.
I came back to the hotel the next morning a couple of times on our tour in 2019.
So tight.
And
So tight.
yeah, I mean, I walked away. I ended up like going back to one of the cities and being in a full blown relationship with somebody. And
Ooh.
That was a
She
supporter
wifed the
initially.
fan.
like
Ooh.
we raised a baby like
Yeah.
until he was a year and some change together, but it didn't work out. And you know, that was actually so it's a little challenging to talk about. That was a hard time, but it started from meeting around
But at a certain point, then that like evolves past that, and you don't think of that person as a fan.
No,
anymore.
not at all.
Yeah,
No, you know them on an intimate level.
See, that's why we're so like yin and yang in the sense that like she's the light side and I'm the dark side. She be fucking fans and she like wipes them and take care of them. I be fucking fans and then like it might end
and
bad.
beat them up.
Yeah.
Right.
But
That's hella
man,
funny.
You
bro.
wipe the fan, you beat the fan up.
Right.
But then again,
That's hella funny.
then again, you kick it with Sugar Free, you kick it with Sharp, like
right.
there's some ism in you. Like where'd all this pimping ism come from? Is that
Well-
a Seattle thing or what?
Yeah.
It's not on you.
See, right.
It ain't on
come
me, it ain't me.
I think I see now when I get older why my mom kept me away from certain, you know what I'm saying, people or like sides of the family and shit like that. Cause they was, you know what I'm saying, they was in the game doing their shit. But some of my favorite, like, I'm not even gonna say their names, but some of my favorite cousins, you know what I'm saying, were pimps or whatever.
Talented on the blade.
There
feel
you
me?
go.
Yeah.
Talented on the blade is wild.
And like some of my favorite people, some of my best friends, like I have a relationship with it in the sense that I've never had like a bad experience. So like how I view it is maybe skewed or different than how like most people feel about it because I've never had a bad situation. I've never had anybody like try to human traffic me or try to like put me in the game. I've only had good experiences as far as like these people I love. They've looked out for me. Like did shit for me, like with my music or personal stuff, like been there when I needed them, like just really great, you know what I'm saying? Great people. Like I love these people, and I've never, like I just never had a bad experience, and it's always been love. And like I love ism rap, like I just love the whole shit about it, like because when like with it really, it's like I really like the psychological side in the sense that you can really like put that in anything, like just the world is pimps and hoes.
Yep.
Like really, if you break it down into like the basic sense of it all, everything is pimping and hoeing. You know what I'm saying? So you can look at it in one way, or you can like really open your mind to it and see that, like, you know what I'm saying? Even if a pimp starts pimping at the end of the day, he's always going to use the tools and the knowledge that he knows to do what he got to do. And, you know, that's what everybody else is doing. That's how corporations and all these shit survive. It's all pimping and hoeing.
I respect that explanation so much,
You know?
especially the level of awareness, you know, of like, that's like media training couldn't even teach you that.
Right.
Like that's the
But it's
ism
like
right there.
people
Shit,
see,
like,
but people see it in the regards of like TV and film or what somebody has said. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, there's bad people in any field.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's bad situations, bad apples in everything, but that's not who they are. Like just all the bad shit. Like,
but it's like I've never seen someone simultaneously like show love to the pimp game and simultaneously hold space for people that are traumatized by
Right,
it. Like
right.
in such a seamless way. Like
Right.
that's you cold. I'm scared of you. Bro. Like,
Absolutely. Right.
you stupid.
Yeah.
No, it's all love. And like Sugar Free's my favorite rapper. Like, and people think I be joking. Like, when
No,
they be like,
he's
who's
the
your
best
favorite rapper?
ever.
Like,
The
that's
fuck?
really
she
my
said Mac
favorite
Dre,
rapper.
you said Sugar Free. Like
Yeah, Mac
the
Dre
ism,
up there
like,
too. Like, I just love ism. Like, yeah, that was always my shit. Like, my first
DJ Quick, my favorite rapper.
DJ Quick
You
is
feel me?
also like I they're like in tandem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're one and the same. But like I've always liked the rap to like make me laugh or like to make me think or like to make me be like, ooh. You know what I'm saying? Like I like
Right.
that shit.
I want to ask y'all, just because, and I know we probably running out of time, low key ish, but I do want to ask y'all about you being from San Francisco, aka Frisco, not San Fran, for all y'all motherfuckers out there.
take that
the
shit
city,
elsewhere.
you feel me? You being from Seattle,
Mhm.
these are both really cities with really rich history, you know, on a cultural level and beyond. Yet there's been a lot of gentrification and changes that have affected both of these places.
Hella.
And a lot of change, like in recent years. What are y'all thoughts on seeing your hometowns kind of change to the point where the nostalgia gets sucked away from it and it becomes unrecognizable?
That's something that we actually like really bonded about too when we first met, is like how different our cities had become over the years. Like San Francisco is such a special place in the 90s. I mean, obviously before that, you know, but in the 90s that I personified the city. So watching the city change feels like a person's dying, you know, like it's so weird to
real.
be home now. What are my thoughts on gentrification is like, of course I don't fucking like it, you know, but how do we stop it? And like, I don't have the answer to that. I don't fucking know, you know. What I do know is that we keep one foot in front of the other and we keep talking about things, you know, in a public place. Like we keep talking about gentrification, we keep talking about systemic racism, we keep talking about what the potential solutions could be on a consistent enough basis, and things are going to start to change, or at least trickle down to the next generation. You know, we need some equity in these businesses that are coming into our cities. We need people, the native people of the city, you know, or the most negatively affected by these companies coming in. Those people need equity, and it's fucking sad because I think it's a little bit too late for that, because everybody's been pushed out. That's my thoughts
It's
on it.
never too late for Zuckerberg and you feel me, all these tech giants.
They got enough money to
they got-
reverse, run it back,
You
bring
feel
people
me?
back, bring
You
people
know
back
me?
to their
Do
cities.
that.
What do you think? Yes.
Gab, what's your thoughts?
I mean, I feel the same. I do feel like a person is dying. Like I feel like Seattle in a lot of ways was kind of like the blueprint in gentrification. The way like Amazon just really like took over the city was crazy in like the amount of time and like how much it changed the city. I tell people like if you haven't been to Seattle in like the last, like it's really like in the last 15 years, it's became a whole different city. So if you didn't know it before then, you don't really know Seattle. So like the only way I could try to like explain it is you really only get the feel of like Seattle within the people. You know what I'm saying? If you can even find, like, they're far and few between like Seattleites in Seattle because it's such a tech city, like kind of like a LA. Like there's so many different transplants and people like that. So like you really get the feel of the city within the people. So that's why I always like, I'm proud of where I'm from anyway, but I feel like the gentrification made it like I really have a responsibility of like being kind of that face of Seattle. Cause like you see Seattle now, people be like, there's black people there. Like there's rap, like all that shit where it's like, yeah, first of all, there's niggas everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But also, yeah, there is.
But there's a black community from there with very rich history.
Rich history. And like, you know, I take it even more personal because where I'm from in Seattle, the Central District was the Red Line area in Seattle. So that was the only place, you know what I'm saying, in King County where black people could even get houses. You know, obviously that was the first place to get gentrified the most. So it's like,
because of the low cost of
exactly, like, you know, we just had to sell my uncle's house. Like everybody's auntie and grandma and grandpa's houses and shit, like the property taxes is ridiculous. Like, you know, so like I take it hella personally because like these all the people I knew, like all the mom and pops is gone, all the little, you know, places that make the make it that cultural hub, you know what I'm saying? Aside from like Langston Hughes and like Garfield and a few other like institutions that they obviously can't tear down, but I feel like if they could, they would. Like I don't
they
really
can't get rid of the turf dancing either.
They cannot.
It's a turf dancing mecca. If fools don't know. Seattle
got gigs.
Seattle, we're coming
Seattle
back.
got gigs.
I can't
Seattle
wait.
got gigs.
I miss Seattle. I can't wait.
Seattle's a great place though.
We're going on tour with Atmosphere in October.
Okay, that's what I was about to ask. What's like Warren G said? What's next? What's NXET for Blimes and GAB?
That's another person that slid in the DMs when that song came out.
Amazing.
Don't say it like that.
Not in a skeezy way.
Don't do word like that.
Let me run that back.
Damn, you had to beat up Warren G. Like,
no, that's fam. I love Warren.
Shouts to Warren G. That's the man.
We are going out. Slug asked Gab if we would hit the road.
So tight.
And then Gab turned and then asked me, and I said, "Yes, we will, sir." So yeah, this will be our first tour since 2019, and we have a whole lot of raps for that ass. So
Slug know what he's doing with bringing that demographic of so many females to the show.
Yeah.
You know what he's doing.
It's gonna
Slug's
be
the
fun.
homie.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
Slug's
hella
the
fun.
man.
Yeah, we're gonna play. We're playing Oakland, so that'll be the Bay Area show.
Amazing.
Excited for that.
New Parish?
No, Fox Theater.
Oh. Excuse me. Whoa.
Slight flex.
Don't shoot, killer. Don't shoot.
Slight flex.
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah.
Nah, yeah, that's pretty much all of October.
Yeah.
Or like the first 2 weeks of October.
That's a no-brainer. Like, we get to be in front of Atmosphere fans.
Wow.
1,000 of them a night. Like,
wow.
Those are diehard fucking fans. We are happy to meet y'all. Like, we're excited. I know you love music, and I know that you, like, sit down and strap into the fandom. So yeah, we're excited.
That's so lit.
Yeah.
And that kind of, you know, not that it makes up for what happened during the pandemic, slowing it down, but this is kind of like, you can't be put in a better position now. So y'all deserve that.
I'm not mad at it.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Really excited. We are playing here in LA. You should come.
Oh yeah.
We're at the Belasco on
I'm
October.
in the building.
Okay.
Look at y'all.
Yeah.
Look at y'all with the Egyptian, you feel me, decor and all that.
Yeah, the Belasco be going up.
Royal.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Anything else, G? You got anything else?
No, I'm happy we was able to sit down.
Thank you. Yeah.
This is amazing.
Thanks for having us.
I can chop it up with y'all for hours.
Right.
We
I
might
already
need to
know.
run a part 2 in the future.
Easy.
With that being said, we about this biatch. Out this biatch.
Thank you guys.